Okay guys, a lot of you have been asking for the Minifigure Store video, and here it is. So the Legoland Germany also has a dedicated minifigure shop, and you can see here what's going on there. So unfortunately they have increased the prices since our last video. One minifigure is now 249 and 6 minifigures are now 12 euros, if that is interesting to you. And yeah, what you can do there is as follows. You have all these bins that are full of minifigure pieces, and you just go from one bin to the next and pick the most interesting parts. They are mostly city related. They also have other minifigure parts in the Ninjago area and in the Friends shop if you're willing to buy them. Here in the city minifigure city shop, they have mostly city related stuff. So while I'm trying to do my best to show you some of the pieces that they had half a year ago, we will do an update video, of course, of the year 2023. I'm gonna just explain to you how it works. So you just pick one of these tiny little boxes that they have at the cash desk, and what you do then is you build your own minifigures. Each minifigure consists of 5 pieces. Which means a torso like this one here, legs, a head obviously, then hairpiece or a hat, and an accessory, which I'm gonna show you later on. And you just pick whatever you want, whatever you feel most comfortable with. Can be fitting and matching stuff, but can also be like very creative and really does not matter. We have a later video from there as well, but it's really always very crowded in there and it's really difficult to film. So here, of course, we have the leg pieces. They have quite some interesting parts, also pirate and knight related, but most of the legs are simply like single color, or they also have short legs, by the way, and some of them are quite rare because you get to have like some of the blue colors, which are quite hard to find. And we always like walk out there with at least 30 to 40 minifigs. Rita is always picking the ones that she likes most for our Lego city. They have like men's clothing, they have women's clothing, a lot of the stuff that is actually also in 2022 and probably will be in 2023 city sets, so relatively new pieces. Some of them are obviously not that important and not that special, but some of them are quite rare, and we have found pieces that on Bricklink cost like over 3 to 4 euros. And there, I mean, the question is, of course, 12 euros for 6 minifigs, that is 2 euros per minifig. Is that cheap? Not necessarily, but if you achieve to get the right pieces, I'm sure that you will get a good deal here. Also, I showed you earlier a white torso. That's the one you can get printed. They do not print pictures, but they print like words on there. For 2 euros extra, you can, for example, print your own name on a minifigure torso. They have quite a good selection of different parts, and same as in the factory store, the selection of parts keeps changing over and over again. So never has there been like the same assortment of parts 2 times when we were there. This is footage from I think summer 2022, if I'm not wrong here. And this is the accessories. So they have swords, they have a bow and arrow, they have these what is that, jewels, I believe, also the stars that we know from, or the snowflakes that we know from the Friends sets, and also quite interesting stuff like also a radio, guitars. Here we found some of these armor pieces that usually are quite rare. They were sold out the visit after that. And like one of these accessories extra is 30 cents. You see it here. You can also buy them separately, but it usually makes more sense to build a minifigure with all the 5 components and then get it for 2.49 or 2 euros if you buy a set of 6. One thing, they do not accept the vouchers that are part of the annual pass. So if you want to redeem one of the vouchers there, it's unfortunately does not work, and I would encourage you and recommend to use these vouchers in the factory store anyways, or the 25% on one item at the Lego City store with one very big exclusive set. So they have quite some good selections here of weapons and stuff like that. And this is the part where they have hair pieces. They have a lot of long hair pieces usually, which are ridiculously expensive, like this one here on a Bricklink. Also like these helmets, which obviously were part of some of the city sets of last year. We usually try to get a good selection of all the pieces that we want. Unfortunately, it's a bit hard to film in there. The light is not the best. It's usually very, very hot in that store. And this time was a bit quieter. Later videos, if you check our main YouTube channel, Bricks Go Wild, where we do videos in German, you can see that I couldn't hardly film anything, right? Because it was so full in there that I did not want to disturb the other people. Right, so you just pick whatever pieces you find most comfortable with. We usually do it that way, that we just select, first of all, we'll select, I don't know, maybe 18 heads, then we pick 18 hair pieces, 18 legs, and so on and so forth, and then we just put them together in whatever way is the easiest for us. And then at home we unmount all the pieces again, and Rita selects which hair piece goes with what figure, and so on and so forth. So you see quite good selection of long hair pieces. Also some of these superheroes, they unfortunately do not have licensed stuff in there, so it's all like city related mostly. They do not have any Star Wars, they do not have any other like Marvel or Batman stuff, with some exceptions here and there. Like if you want to buy Ninjago figures, there is a separate Ninjago store in the Ninjago area of Legoland Germany, where you can like do the same thing as here, but just with Ninjago stuff. I think we filmed that as well. I just need to look for that footage. And I hope that's interesting for you. I mean, the camera is not always the best, unfortunately. It's I mean, they have like dozens of these bins, and it's not super easy to film them either, especially with that lighting. But at least I hope I can give you some insight into there. This is Rita showing you what new minifigure torso she's found. And this was the time where there was a lot of new stunt sets, and they obviously had dozens of stunts pieces in there. Not everything is cheap at Legoland Germany, we told you already, so be careful what to pick. But I would say, I mean, if you can get a really nice minifigure with an accessory for €2, like the white guitar that we showed you earlier is almost €1 most of the time, and a couple of these torso pieces are quite expensive there as well. Last year they had a charity thing where you could also place your minifigure and then get one of these big tiles here as a to remember what you've done, and this is quite nice actually. Thank you very much for your attention, and see you soon at the Legoland.